Hello, so we're back, and this time we have a big laptop to repair. A nice laptop, HP i7 and Iris graphics, can be a nice laptop. Uh, I'm gonna show you the customer email, but also he sent me, "Hi there, please find an enclosed laptop and something yummy. Have fun, can't wait to watch it." And I got some kind of like candy. España, yeah. So we have to help the customer because why not? He sent me candy. Yeah, I can see this like a bribe. Yeah, sorry, please fix it, but don't do a dodgy repair. Anyway, the customer email is this one. "Hi, I love your channel. I have HP Envy. It was working before I went to bed. The next day, went to use it again and it's dead. Hasn't had liquid damage or been dropped, so very strange. I have checked the power supply and the battery are fine. There are no light startup sound. Must be a PCB related somewhere. A gentleman called Dan." So let's see if we can help Dan. Yeah. Do we have a round charging? No, we don't have. Okay, that's bad. That's proper bad. If I'm afraid of something, I'm afraid of PD controllers. So we have absolutely no charging port apart from the USB-C. Let's plug a charger. So we have a USB-C charger here. Plug in the charger and the meter it is coming on and is restarting. Looping or 19 volts, 100 milliamps. Thanks God, the PD controller is working. 300 milliamps. So 300 milliamps, pressing the power button, check that. 3.6, 2.9. The laptop is on. Huh? I mean, yeah, in the last period of time, the people are sending me like good laptops. The fans are spinning at full speed. It's taking 3 amps. The fans stop. The laptop switched off. And it's off. Pressing the power button, it is coming on. I can't hear the fans, like loud fan noise. Now the fans are spinning at full speed. Okay, this fault is so bad. Because obviously when the customer is saying on the email, the laptop is dead, yes, send it. Yeah, why not? But actually this one is not dead. It has light, it's coming on, it's making noise. Yeah, okay, let's open the laptop and let's have a look. I really doubt I can fix this one. Nah, I don't believe it's a bias issue, no. Because it's starting, the board is not doing what the AC chip is expecting, and the AC chip will shut down the laptop. Yeah. And the laptop, it's open. Yeah, we have the AC chip there. Heatsink with 2 fans. Here probably is the RAM memory. Let's disconnect the battery because I want to check the coils. And the battery is out. Good. So let's see the coils. Here we have a BIOS chip, a memory chip there. This coil is good. This coil is a charging coil. This coil is good. What are the rest of the coils? Here are some coils from the CPU. Here it's a coil, yeah, this one. 22 ohms. Looks good. Let me take the metal cover. And here we have RAM memories. Taking out the RAM memories, let's try it using my RAM memory. Let's plug the charger and see what is happening without the battery. Without the battery, 180 milliamps. Why 180? We have no battery. Why 180 milliamps? Who is taking 180 milliamps? Huh? It's no battery in the laptop itself. Strange, right? Yeah. And the thermal camera is on. And what is that? What is that? Basically this chip. Basically this power supply. Which is it's not hot, it's warm, probably like 50 degrees. What that power supply is doing so hard? So that power supply, it's outputting 4.5 volts. I mean, what happened with 5 volts? Why 4.5? Hmm? You don't know, right? I don't know either. But no. 1 second. 1 second. Because that doesn't mean this power supply is faulty. You'll think, yeah, the chip is faulty. Doesn't work, doesn't output 5 volts. Maybe something else is taking 5 volts. So this is the chip which is switching the coil. Pretty weird, the coil is not hot. If you expect, if it's taking a lot of current, let's say you have a short, a partial short, and it's taking a lot of current, the coil it will get hot also. But let's see. Okay, here is something else which is getting hot. And it's exactly here, this chip. This is the CPU power supply driver, this one. Okay. I don't know, the whole area here is like warm. Let me check the voltage here on the coil. And we have 0. The main power rail is 17.4. Okay. Let me take out the enter drive. So be honest, what do you want, a dodgy repair or a proper one, huh? Because I'm not sure if I can do a proper repair. I can do a dodgy one. So 4.5 is fine, yeah? It will work like 4.55 volts, say about the same. If this is the problem on the chip, then the reason why the laptop actually is not working is because the power good signal, which we can fool it. So we can fool the power good signal, then the laptop it will work even with 4.5 volts on this power supply. So yeah, we have few ways to repair this fault, if that's the only problem, of course. But you know, I can see a lot of components are getting slightly warm here. Okay, that's the MOSFET. You know what? Now this chip is not on anymore. This one. Maybe I hold my, because if I hold the finger here, it's like, you know, it's like it's hot, but it's not. Okay, so clearly this power supply is faulty. I mean, I'm not sure about that, but we will gonna check with the power supply. Power supply, let's switch back to like 4.5 volts, right? Little bit of current, yeah, 3 amps should be fine. And this taking 200 milliamps. You can see on the screen 370. So how this chip is getting hot when actually the output is taking like 370 milliamps? Answer that question and the laptop is like repaired. Let's see what chip do we have there. I'm gonna turn around the laptop. Okay, this is a weird one. I don't remember to seeing this chip before. Or maybe I did. CUHEFA. Never heard about it. Never. Let's check some voltages around that chip. So here we have a resistor and this 4.5 and it's going down to 0. Yeah, kind of weird. 4.5. Yeah, here was supposed to be a resistor in the serial mode with a capacitor. Then here we have a 3.3, 3.4. Probably is the enabled signal. You think actually this is the LDO 5 volts? It is possible to be the big 5 volts here and the LDO here. Oh? What do you think? And we have like 4 volts. And here we have the PD controller. Check here. Yeah, but the PD controller is good. So what we are doing with this one? You know what? Let me find the chip because I don't know what the chip is doing. I mean, I know what it's doing. Probably I can find a full the PD the power good signal, but it's not helpful. Then we're gonna deliver a working laptop with a dodgy repair. But dodgy means it doesn't have 5 volts, at 4.5, and you know if the gentleman is charging the phone on the USBs, then the phone is on no charge. Okay, yeah. Different kind of weird stuff can happen, but 4.5 is not that low. With 4.5, I'm pretty sure the laptop will work just fine. So let me grab my motherboards and check for a chip like this. Just give me like few minutes. We found the chip on a board. I mean, it's not the same chip. That one. I mean, what can happen if you use I mean, it's looking the same, so it's black, it's square, so it must be the duck, right? I mean, can be the 5 volts what we need, but also can be the 3.3. And on our case, nothing wrong can happen. I mean, we are soldering the chip. If it's 3.3, it means it's not the right chip. If it's 5 volts, it's working. So the chip I found it's CUH, CHS, and we need EFA at the end. Not sure if that's important. But anyway, we found the chip, huh? Let's quickly remove the old IC. Which it is faulty. You know what? I can be wrong actually. The chip is getting hot. We didn't check if we have a short on the LDO. Like I said, yeah, here must be the LDO. Because the LDO it's a linear power supply. And it's supposed to supply like 150 milliamps only, and yeah. So I can be wrong. I can replace this chip, and actually it's a different problem. The chip position, yeah. So I'm just saying, it is possible I am wrong. Let's grab this chip out. Yeah, no rosin. Rosin is expensive. Perfect, so we have the chip. And the chip position has to be like this. Great, let's solder the chip back. Good. Perfect. Rosin free repair. Huh? It will work or not? I mean, we can have 3.3. But probably not, right? Must be the 5 volts one. Yeah. Good. Plug in the charger. Now is the moment. The meter is coming on. 120 milliamps. No way. Don't tell me actually it's not working. .1. Check on the screen. 5.1. And the LDO, if I remember, it was here on a capacitor. No, here on this test point. 5.1. Huh? So the chip was faulty or not? Just say it. Just say it. I mean, we can try to start the laptop, right? Yeah. So, pressing the power button, and the laptop it is coming on. It's taking 1.4 amps. Fans are spinning. Yeah, we reset the BIOS because we took out the battery, so we have to wait a little bit. Fans are spinning at full speed, which is not good. And the laptop is taking 220 milliamps, which is bad. You know why it's bad? Because probably that chip died by shorting the 19 volts to 5 volts. And on that moment, send like 19 volts on a 5 volts power rail. 210. And no, that chip is not getting hot. Something else is getting hot. So check here. What is getting hot now is this one. This one from here. So we replace that one. That one is fine. It's not getting hot anymore. This chip. So we replace this one. You can see it's not getting hot. But this one is getting hot. And this one is getting hot. And I'm not happy with this. This is the CPU power supply driver. And yeah, it's using 5 volts. So what is this little thingy which is getting hot? Huh? Looks like a chip, like a tiny small IC. No, it's a switch. Okay, that's bad. It's a switch. It's a switch. Switch is a chip. It's basically a dual switch, which is switching on and off a power rail. Actually, 2 power rails. So it's taking power from 5 volts and it's splitting the voltage on 2 different directions. Yeah, that's how it's working. Yeah, this one. Yeah. So can be the switch itself burn, or can be the output can be shorted. So we're gonna check the output. I'm gonna get a multimeter. So we don't know which is the input and output. We can check that. So here we have 0 ohms, and here we have 0 ohms. I mean, can be the chip. Here we have 1 ohm. Here we have 0 ohms. What do you think about that? The 5 volts, power supply? No, that should be fine. Nah, 23 ohms. That's so bad. Most likely, that switch is switching the voltage to this chip, which is the CPU driver, power supply driver. So most likely that chip is dead. I can nearly bet. And this is a rabbit hole. You are changing components and you are changing components. So now this one is getting hot. Yeah, we fix that problem. Another component is getting hot, and another, and everything what is connected to 5 volts is shorted. Because that's why that chip is getting hot. Not because the 5 volts was 4.5, because the 5 volts was 19. Yeah, for a short period of time, of course. So, coming with like 1 volt here. Here is taking 3 amps, and here is taking 3 amps is 0.6, and here 1.6. Let me lower the current. And what is getting hot? Oh, what is getting hot is actually the chip itself. Okay. What about on that capacitor? Was another capacitor here? This one. What about on this capacitor? Same. The chip is getting hot. So the chip which is switching which is a switcher, a dual switcher, it's shorted. Yeah. So what now? Now we're gonna replace this. Yeah, we can find one and replace it. Those switches are kind of like universal. So again, no rosin. Rosin is expensive. Pin number 1 is there. Is here actually. And the chip itself. Let's check for short without the chip. So if we remove the chip, we still have a short. So here, 64 ohms. No, it doesn't look good. Here, 165 ohms. No. 65 and 165. No, doesn't look good. No. You can't have this resistance on a 5 volts power rail. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are more burn things. You see, like this one. This is a switcher. You can see it. Yeah. So let's take this out. This is a brand new component, so 100% is good. I'm gonna sell this like a brand new one. And we have to solder the component here. I mean, it has different numbers, but it's black, it's square, so should be fine, right? Yeah, looks like a duck. Making sound like a duck. Yeah. Good. Perfect. Huh? Perfect solder job. Fantastic. Yeah, you have a solder ball, but that's fine. Let's see now. The USB-C. So plug in the charger. 100 milliamps, yeah, still taking a lot of current. Still taking a lot of current. Yeah, you're right. So our switch is not getting hot anymore, but the Wi-Fi, no, the Wi-Fi card is hot because we replaced the chip. But check here. So we replace exactly this switcher. Where is it? This one. You can see it. It's not hot anymore. Yeah, that chip is still hot. You can see this one. Yeah. Still hot. Still hot. Probably that one has 165 ohms. And that's a good reason why the laptop is starting, then shutting down, because the V core is not present. Pressing the power button. Yeah, I can bet the V core is not present. Fast spinning at full speed, that's a sign of missing V core. Or maybe it's reloading the BIOS. No, the laptop just shut down. It's not restarting. No. Let me put back the custom RAM memory. Yeah, it's not even point checking. 120 milliamps. This chip is not meant to get hot if the laptop is off. Kind of like logical. Let's see what chip is this. So this is a very important chip. I can't believe I never heard about this chip. So this is another weird IC. BL131. Never heard of. Let's check the CPU. So here we have 18. Here we have 18. 3.9 looks good. 3.9. 4 ohms. And this one, 140. Not sure what should I say. Let's try to follow. Yeah, also can be a driver. The driver also are using 5 volts. So pressing the power button, and all drivers are on. Yeah, and the CPU is on and is looking good. This one, why this coil is getting hot? This one. It's not really making sense. Oh, this is the chipset one, 1.8 volts. Let's check the CPU and chipset heat signature. And the CPU is looking fine. You know what I believe? So check here, yeah? The laptop is taking like 90 milliamps, right? Every driver it's on. Every driver it's on. You can see it? So here are like two things. Every driver is dead because they're connected to 5 volts. I mean, the laptop itself, just to understand, it's taking like 90 milliamps. That's all what it's taking, 90. So every driver it's on. And I believe every driver is dead. That's what I believe. Because if it's on, that means should work, right? Should be like output voltage. Here we have 0 volts. Here we have 0. Here we have 0, 0, 0, 0. So why the drivers are getting hot? That's my question. They are doing nothing. Yeah, the laptop is off. Yeah, they have somewhere like 5 volts. So here is 17. Yeah, we can find 5 volts on them. Check here on the screen. Check on the screen. 5 volts. So you understand? The chip is getting hot on the 5 volts. Yeah. Here we have a monolithic drivers. Yeah, I really trust this chip. But even this chip is taking 3.3 here. 3.3. This one is taking 3.3. It's not working with 5 volts. No. Okay, so this one is fine. But what about the rest of them? It's a strange job. It's a strange repair because you know what happened. You know 19 volts got onto the 5 volts power rail. That's why we found shorted that switch. And you see the every chip it's on. So either all are burned, kind of unlikely to be all on the same way burned because all they have exactly the same heat signature. This one is not hot. Yeah, this one is working with 3.3. Or the driver is keep them alive. Yeah, this one. Okay, let's check few more things. When we are starting the laptop, we are getting like vCore and stuff. Okay, so the laptop is on. And no vCore, nothing, dead. Nah. So it's taking like 1.2 amps. But you know, I'm curious, who is taking 1.2 amps? And how the CPU is getting hot if we have no vCore? We've seen the CPU hot, we've seen the chipset hot. How? Where is the RAM power supply? No, it cannot be that there. No. No, the CPU cannot be that. The memory controller from the CPU. So not sure what should I say. I mean, we can try to replace only one IC, and if that IC is still on, does mean it's not are not the ICs. This one, 80-100. Okay, let me try to find a board having this driver. Okay, I have to stop here. I can't find any info about this chip. And no schematic for this specific model. So I'm gonna upload a video. So if you know what chip it is, just leave me a comment where I can find, because I cannot buy this chip, and I can't find any info about this IC. I'm pretty sure this one is faulty because it has 5 volts and is holding every power supply driver on. So just a short recap: we fixed the 5 volts, so we have 5 volts. We replace the switch is fine now. We do have 5 volts here, but leaving on one side the power supplies are on. We have no voltage on the CPU. We have voltage only on the chipset on 1.8 volts, but not the V-core. The V-core is not present. So I believe this chip is faulty. I know it's sad. I know 2025 and actually cannot find a schematic for someone who work hard to design this motherboard and this laptop. But it is what it is. I'm gonna stop here. I will say thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and see you on the next one. Bye.